guys, it's Chubb, and today I'll be doing tier rankings of NFL teams through Week 9. Halfway through the season already, which is pretty crazy, and then we got the playoffs coming up. And then, you can basically say the playoff race starts Week 1. But, let's just get into this tier maker. So we got S tier, obviously A tier, and B tier, and C and D. So here are teams. A lot of these have changed. But let's dive right into this. All right, starting off with the Titans. Let me see if I can drag my cursor here. The Titans. Listen, Derrick Henry has gone hurt, and they just played the Rams, and they just won. So I'm putting them in the A tier. They did good. They actually did really well. I'm really surprised by that. Because their defense I don't think is that great, but I think it stepped it up a lot this year. So I'll put them there. And they've beaten the Bills. They've beaten the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs are not good right now. And they also beaten the Bills. So I gotta say, that is good. Next up, we got the Dolphins. No, this team is horrible, and I'm glad because the Eagles can get a really high pick. Probably won't be the first overall since they already have 2 wins and the Lions have 0. So, we could still get a high pick here, but yeah, this team is just horrible. Tua is not the future, trust me. And, they should just went after Watson, I guess. Next up, we got the Jets, putting them in the same, the Jets. Listen, they've beaten the Titans, and they've beaten the Bengals, which is a little bit of a surprise right there. But I still got to put them here. Actually, this is actually a tough decision because I know what teams I'm going to put down here. I'm still putting them down here. They're still going down here. Maybe Mike White. I think Mike White could be the quarterback of the Jets in the future if this turns into a competition. Let's see how good he does. For the rest of the games that Zach Wilson is out, I think he could take over the job. Zach Wilson hasn't played well before, so let's just see what happens. Next, we got the Bengals. Yes, they've lost pretty badly to the Browns, and then they lost to the Jets. I just feel like it's still right to put them in B above some of the other teams I'm going to have. It's just, this team is still good. Like, it's not great. It's not good. It's all right. I mean, like, they could have games where it's like, man, what is going on? And then they have games like, oh, nice. They just smoked the Ravens they smoked them, I guess, in the second half. But, Jamar Chase has been absolutely going insane. But let's just see. Can they still make the playoffs in that tough division that's everybody's a competitor, competing in? So, we'll have to see. Next, we got the Browns. If they just knock the socks off of the Bengals, I'm still putting them in A. We know that whole OBJ problem that happened. Baker plays good without him. Nick Chubb is great. This team is good, all right? I think Baker is coming back off his little shoulder injury. Odell is gone. Don't know. I think he's going to sign with the Packers or maybe the Seahawks, but we'll see. And this team is still good. So, I hope they make the playoffs. We'll have to see what happens. Next, we got the Jags. They barely beat the Bills, okay? I know the Bills played like horrible, but the Jags didn't score a touchdown either. Josh Allen is really good. The Jaguars, Josh Allen. But this team is bad. Let's be honest. Next, we got the Lions. They should have their own tier at this point. The Lions are bad. I mean, like, they've actually been competitive in some of the games they've played. But it's too much. I just kind of put them in here. The Vikings. Okay. They keep losing very close games by less than 7 or less points. Still putting them in C. Mike Zimmer needs to go. Mike Zimmer needs to go. That's all I'm going to say here. Kirk Cousins, I don't really pay attention to them as much, but they've been losing some crazy games that they should have won, especially against Baltimore. Next, we got the Bucs. They're going in the S tier, obviously. They did lose to the Saints on Halloween, but they're still good, still the champs. Definitely gonna make the playoffs. Obviously, we know that, and they're still good. That team is stacked. 49ers, I'm putting them in the C. This team is so overrated every year. Kyle Shanahan is not a good coach. I'm gonna be honest with you. This team is so overrated. I'm tired of hearing about the 49ers a lot from like people. Jimmy Garoppolo and that problem over there. He's not good. Jimmy G, I mean, like, he can have some games where he goes crazy and then some he doesn't. It's so annoying to hear about this team. Next, we got the Falcons. Listen, the Falcons have been surprising recently, so I'm gonna put them in the B tier. They are the 7th seed, so they could make the playoffs if the season ended today. So I gotta put them there. Next, we got the Ravens with Lamar Jackson, the running back. I'm going to put them. Is it too much to put in there? This is a tough one because I want to put them. No, I'm putting them. Oh wait, I'm putting them in the A tier. I don't know what's gonna happen. Who's gonna win this division? It's all up for grabs. Probably will make the playoffs still, but they got Thursday night and they're gonna probably win that game against the horrible Dolphins. Yeah, this is where I have them for now. Not Super Bowl contenders as of now. Okay, as of now. Next we got the Bears, C team. Jackson Fields had a good game against the Steelers. Those stupid penalties cost them a lot. Not going to get into that right now, but this team isn't good. So, yeah, defense is supposed to be good. Cowboys, they just had that horrible loss against the Broncos defense. Oh, I didn't mean to put it there. Just like dragged it because his mouth is horrible. Do I put him in the contenders like this? Or Super Bowl contenders? Trevon Diggs, people overrate this cornerback. No, we would not. Of course, we wouldn't be talking about him if it wasn't for his interceptions. But he's so bad in coverage and stuff. So I'm gonna put him right here in the A. They're gonna win this division, unfortunately, because I'm an Eagles fan. But yeah, they go there. Next, we got the Texans. They should also have their own tier. This team is dog shit. So we're gonna put them there. There's not much to talk about them. This team is not gonna be good for years. Next, we got the Colts. I'm not putting them in A. I just can't right now. They've had a very tough schedule recently in the beginning of the season. They're still competing for the playoffs. We'll see. I mean, like, I want Carson Wentz to succeed, but I also want that draft pick. So, yeah. Next, we got the Rams, contenders. I mean, like, Matthew Stafford didn't have a great game against the Titans, but they're still contenders, obviously. Next, we got the Chargers. These past 2 weeks actually haven't been good. They barely beat the Eagles. And they got smoked by the Ravens. But I'm still going to put them in A tier. Is that too much? No, I'll keep them in A. They're still competitors. A lot of competitors right now in the AFC and in the NFC. But this is where I got the Chargers. Who did they lose to the week before the Eagles? Or were they on their bye? I forgot what team they lost to, but yeah, I'm going to leave them here. Next, we got the Raiders. I don't know what to say. They just lost to the Giants, but this year, it hasn't been too bad. It's like schedule-wise, but have dealt with some problems. I'm going to put them in the B. Henry Ruggs. They also have, I forgot their other cornerback from the first round last year, John Gruden. So they've had a lot of troubles right now. Crazy over there. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave them here. Next, we got Washington. I can't put them here with the Vikings. I'm gonna put them in the D. They've been a really disappointing. Well, not for me, but for fans. So yeah, they're going there. Next, we got the Chiefs. Highly disappointing. Honestly, they struggled against the Packers. I'm putting them at C. Honestly, yes, it's a huge drop-off, and you're like, why aren't you putting them in B? They dropped off bad. Like, it's bad. The defense is horrible. Patrick Mahomes is playing bad. He can't do that hero ball all the time. It's not going to last forever. 13-7 was the final score against the Packers. 2019, 20, 18 Chiefs would have easily won this game with Jordan Love at quarterback. But if it was Aaron Rodgers, the Packers would have won. But if this was the 2018 Chiefs, they would have won this game against Jordan Love. So, by a large margin. So I'm going to leave them there. Next, we got the Saints. Jameis Winston tore his ACL. Trevor Siemian steps in. I'll put them at B. I think they're still contenders for playoffs. But, yeah, we'll have to see. Giants, I'll put them at C. I think it'd be disrespectful to put them at D. I mean, they've had 2 good wins this year. Or 3. They've had 3. And they're like 3-5. Because I think they had a bye week. But, yeah, the Giants are going there. Man, I do not like Daniel Jones. Looks like he's going to be the starter there. Next, we got the Eagles. I'm putting them in C as well. They're not as bad as these downwards teams down there. We do need improvements. Devontae Smith, I'm so glad to have him. He's been good. His route running is great. Jalen Hurts has got to get the ball to him more. He could have had that one easy touchdown against the Chargers at the end of the second quarter. But he missed him badly. But yeah. Next we got the Steelers. They're contenders for playoffs. So I won't count them out. But Ben Roethlisberger. Oh my, that guy's so old. He's not good at all. So I'm going to leave them there. Not much to say more. Najee Harris has been good, though. I actually like what I've seen from him. Next, we got the Broncos. Where do I put them? I'm going to put them at B. I don't want to put them at C right now. They started off 3-0 against the Giants, the Jets, and the Jags. And then people are like, oh, they're so bad. And then, like, they lost 3 straight. But they're now 5-4, I believe. So, they're going there. Next, we got the Packers. Okay, they're obviously going in the S tier. They get OBJ. Man, Aaron Rodgers might stay. But yeah, that's where I got him. Aaron Rodgers is crazy. He's come back. Devontae Adams. Yeah, this team's just good. Next, we got the Panthers. Oh, wait. Sam Darnold has been a disappointment, and they're going in the C tier. The defense is good, but the Panthers have talked to Cam Newton about coming back, so he might be going back to the Panthers because Sam Darnold actually has like a little fracture thing or something. I don't know what's going on. He just sucks, even without a fracture, so yeah, that's where he's going. Next, we got the Cardinals, contenders. This team has been one of the more surprising teams. Oh my. One of the more surprising teams. I do believe James Conner is still good. He actually leads the NFL in touchdowns with 11. Like, running back himself. So, yeah, he's actually been solid for them. Christian Kirk has been good. DeAndre Hopkins. J.J. Watt did suffer a season-ending injury a couple weeks ago. But this team is still good. So, yeah, contenders. Next, we got the Bills. They're contenders. I mean, like, they had that horrible, disgraceful loss against the Jaguars. It better not happen again, or I'm going to be very worried about this team and Josh Allen. So, yeah, they're still contenders. So, here are our 5 contenders. That'll probably be that for that tier. Next, we got the Seahawks. This team is not making the playoff. I didn't mean to put them there. They're not making the playoffs. They're not as bad as these teams down here with Russell Wilson back. I'll put them in B. They have very small... They're not making the playoffs. I don't think they're making the playoffs this year. That division is so tough. And, they're 3-5 right now. So, yeah. Next we got the Patriots. They've actually been good. Mac Jones has been impressive. I did see that one pool yet. But, yeah, they can go in the A tier. Yeah, this might be surprising. I do think they'll probably secure a wild card spot, maybe. But look, if you look here, we have 5 AFC teams in the A tier and 1 NFC. So this AFC is pretty stacked. It's a big playoff race. It's an exciting race, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's my rankings, guys. For midway through the season, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.